Good afternoon. We are Group 6 and this is the final presentation for the Managing Impactful Projects course. The main goal of this project was to positively assist an impact-led organization. We chose as our organization Adrift Sea, a family-based non-profit that focuses on beach cleaning. Using the waste they collect, they are able to manufacture recycled ashtrays and other utensils, which are afterwards distributed and made available in various public areas. From the establishment of the first working hypothesis to the setting up of the proposed online shopping platform, COVID-19 spread across the globe and put society on lockdown. Hence, unable to pursue their operations, Adrift Sea has no garbage to maintain the manufacturing of their products. Since the lack of financial support is still a problem for the sustainability of the organization, we decided to maintain the roots of the original working hypothesis, making the following changes.
Our final working hypothesis was to do market research by running a survey in which we were trying to understand in which platforms would consumers prefer to buy the goods, their preferred delivery methods, and their willingness to pay. After analyzing the results, we have created a website for Adrift Sea to sell their products.
In our logic model, besides the workforce, we used social networks, an online survey platform, and a website development platform. Regarding the activities done and its outputs, gathering data resulted in the number of survey responses and their content. Then, by analyzing the data, we managed to set the final recommendations, and finally the website development led the way for us to create the website. Regarding the outcomes, we managed to increase the number of supporters of Adrift Sea. We optimized its website according to the survey responses, and at the same time we expanded Adrift Sea's operations. Finally, regarding the impact of this project, Adrift Sea will be able to reduce much of the sea waste produced and prevent the marine pollution as well.
Now we are going to talk about what we would have changed in the project. Firstly, we would have managed time differently, not only from an internal but also from an external perspective. We realized that it's never too soon to start working on a project, especially when having a 12-week deadline. Therefore, we would have employed a micro-ambitious mentality, setting weekly plans and weekly goals. Also, we acknowledge that, at the beginning, the organization was not clear about the current status of the project. Thus, from an external perspective, we should have defined more concise goals from the beginning, creating a checklist in order to comprehend what were the client's expectations and be able to manage them. Finally, from an internal perspective, as a team member, each of us would have acknowledged the importance of being a collective complete finisher from the beginning of the project, and we would have also set key performance indicators for success in an earlier stage.
Hello. So basically I'm going to talk about slide 7, where we try to understand and see which actions and outcomes yield both a positive outcome and a negative result, and what we can learn from them. Both the communication with the organization and the working environment were fantastic and worked out just fine. There was very good client communication and we worked through the various channels even after the COVID-19 virus, and we were able to understand ourselves better and provide the best communication possible, not only between us but also with the organization. What did not go well was the initial client expectations, because we did not define prior objectives and expectations, so it was harder both to organize and also provide a concrete result of the project. Apart from this, also the project lifecycle did not go as well, so mainly what happened here was that the task assignment was very ineffective, and especially due to the COVID-19 situation, but the lack of a checklist, as mentioned in previous slides, would have made a great deal of effect here. But as we can say, we can learn from that, and in next works we can use that.
COVID-19 has changed all our daily lives, and our project is no different. Sure, we have been able to conquer some challenges we have found successfully. For example, we have actually been able to create a framework for the commercialization of Adrift Sea's products to happen, even if after the lockout. At the same time, there were other issues which were just too big for us to deal with. The fact that the lockout has forced Adrift Sea to completely stop operating in its beach cleaning activities and its sales has represented a huge setback to our initial idea of selling the products online during the time of our semester. Nevertheless, what's really most important is what we take from this experience. In reality, we believe that when faced with such an adverse situation as this, the best strategy is to remain calm, positive, and solution-oriented. In this day and age, group work is only possible if all the members in the group strive towards the same goal.
So what have we learned with this project? First of all, we learned how to overcome obstacles. Sometimes we are faced by unforeseen circumstances. Clearly, COVID fits into this category. And sometimes we might panic, like we did this semester. But we also overcame that obstacle by talking with each other, seeing what we could do. So not only is it important to not panic and overcome obstacles, but it's also important to keep in touch with each other, keep communicating. And not only communicate with each other, but manage the expectations of our clients, manage the expectations of the people that we work with. Otherwise, a kind of sour environment might arise, or simply the project might be deemed as unsuccessful. And not only that, but we managed to figure out the impact of our actions, because when we were stopped from doing what we wanted to do, we suddenly had to see how to deliver some sort of value to Adrift C, while at the same time being very restricted in the options that we had. And yeah, that's what we will bring to our future jobs. Thank you very much, and yeah, bye.